Hi guys, this is Maria from Vegas for my wedding. Welcome back to our mini-series on the bridal hairstyling. Today we're talking about a really big question that I hear the brides ask all the time. Do I really need hair extensions for my wedding day? And how do I know? And of course, I have Michelle here from Perfect Hair and Makeup, and she will be answering all the questions for you. So Michelle, before we even decide if I need extensions, what do hair extensions actually do for bridal hair? Is it just about the length, or is it about more volume, fullness, and how the style holds?
It is about all of those things. Now, it depends. Some people don't even want them for length. They just want fullness. Some people want to have that really long hair on the day. Sometimes you have really thin hair, or we have women who have had cancer. The hair doesn't grow back. They want to wear an updo, so you can fill them in to give them the fullness that they want. These are all factors. And I think that bridal stylists know a little bit more about it than just your everyday hairstylist that's cutting and coloring your hair, because that's not what they do every day. I mean, we're doing this 7 days a week, bridal styling, and a lot of people will say, oh, well, my hairdresser told me I need these. I'm like, no, not necessarily. I always say, like, weddings are expensive. If you're never going to use these again, you can buy more affordable ones if you really want them, or we can try this without. Now, if I feel they're needed, I always ask for a picture. Send me a picture of yourself, your hair, your desired style, and I can suggest. I mean, I want them to be happy with their hair. I want to talk about it.
You can tell from a picture how it looks like. You don't need a video here to see how much hair I have.
Sometimes it's different when you get together and you see texture, but you can tell. You can tell they have fine hair, coarse hair, thick, thin. You can tell. And especially if their hair's not even long enough for this style. So sometimes it is nice. Sometimes I use just half of them. I had a bride recently. Her hair was pretty fine, but it was long. She went on Hollywood ways, and she just wanted to be glamorous. We used 2 packs in her hair. So some people just, I have to know the look you want before I can even suggest. And I need to know how much hair you have and
for extensions, for sure. I've never had extensions. I would love to.
It's just more work. I do like lots of hair.
It's a lot of work, and I'm very natural. So if you put any like foreign object on me, in my hair, I can
they do hold curl really good, even better than your own hair, which is nice. So if you are worried about that too and you're wearing it down, that can be helpful as well.
Okay. All right, Michelle. So let's get really specific. A bride is sitting at home watching this, and she's thinking, do I really need extensions for my wedding day or not? It is about how thick her hair is, how long it is now, or the kind of hairstyle and inspiration pictures she's choosing. And I feel that you kind of answered a little bit. It's the first question.
Yes, definitely. It's all of them. And really, if they reach out and say, like, I just am considering this, I don't really know, what brand should I buy? I mean, for my wedding, I just bought some for the one day to use because my hair's short. It's fine. It's maybe a little longer on my wedding day, but I wanted a really full, like, mohawk updo. That's what I wanted. And I had to have the hair. And it has to be real hair, 100% human hair, to apply the heat. Even if they say, oh, up to 300. It scares me. They can melt to your hair and my iron. So I take that chance.
Okay. Real hair.
Yes, 100%.
Amazon.
Yeah.
Less than $100.
I did. Okay. $90 I paid for mine. So
how do they know? Because for me, I never use extensions. Let's say if I see a really nice picture on Pinterest, right? And it's longer than my hair, right? And then you tell me, hey, Maria, you got to bring extensions. Do you tell me the kind, the type? Because I do.
Yes. That's where I will always say, send me a photo of your hair. I can tell you what lengths to buy. I can tell you how many. Because even if, like, you have a nice amount of hair, or someone who's a little bit fuller, you might need 2 packs. Because one is going to look kind of stringy. You might need 2 just for the fullness to match the tops. You don't look like 2 different hairstyles when you wear it. So I do suggest that as well. And I suggest certain brands that are affordable. And sometimes they can get away without them, but it depends on what they're really looking for. So the thick, like, fullness, I can give you that. But if you want the length, certain styles shrink the hair and you need them.
There's so much value in having like a hairstylist.
Yeah, because weddings are just so many things to think about. And that's why I think people choose Las Vegas. This is overwhelming. I cannot deal with this. And then you still have to deal with something. And it can be overwhelming for someone. So that's where you want someone to help you and guide you so you can just...
I mean, it's not just only about the hair, right? You just told me tell them the type or to buy it from the brand.
Oh, yeah, I send links to make it easy. Click. I'm like, I suggest this. I mean, you can bring whatever you would like. Just make sure they're 100% human hair. I'll even say like 16 inches, 18 inches. I mean, it just depends.
And this is the value you're getting, guys. But
really, I don't want 20 inches. It's not going to match. I don't know if I can blend it really well. So, you know, and people don't know.
I don't know. That's why I'm like, this would be so much value to me to have you like on my wedding day to do my hair and send me the links to tell me like all this information.
I'm trying to avoid stress for myself and for my bride. I want this to be an easy, wonderful appointment. I want you to look in the mirror and you love it. So I'm going to give you as much advice as possible to make this perfect.
I love it. There's so much value in here. There's so much. One last question, because just for me, I don't know extensions, right? So how do I know the color of the hair? Is it like...
Even if the color is close to your hair, a little lighter, a little darker. The way that I put them in for certain styles, it's just woven through the hair. It's not going to look like brown and blonde or, you know, like you wouldn't want to go too far off the color palette, but it will look like a highlight or a low light. You don't have to worry about it. It does not have to be exact. If it's just a shade off, it's fine. Now, if you have black hair and you get platinum blonde, I mean, I can maybe make it look if that's the style you're going for. Maybe that's what you want, but most people are not.
No, thank you for talking, because I'm a thinker, right? So I would like freak out that I would have to choose the same color as my hair color.
You know,
so it's good to know it.
You know, a lot of people will have them colored too. I've had brides that have their stylist color them, like the same color as their hair, but it does not have to be exact, especially updo. I mean, really any style. It doesn't. It will just look like a pretty highlight or a low light. Sometimes people don't bring the clips, which then I have to bobby pin them in, which is okay for some styles, but not all styles. And you don't want them to fall out. So I've had maybe twice people have forgotten them. I didn't get the ones with the clips. I'm like, you know, it's a little bit stressful. So that's why I send links. Try to, you know, over time you learn, like, just do this, make it easy for the person so they don't even have to think about this. I know. I am always putting myself in their shoes. Like, would this make me crazy? Would this be too much? I just want this to be easy.
Because you don't really have to go the extra mile, but you are, because you want to make it easy on you, on yourself. You just want everything to just, you know, like...
Yeah, when people are like, oh, I'm just stressed. I'm like, I don't want you to be stressed. And I don't want to be stressed. I want you to be done on time. I want this to go easily.
I love it.
Yeah.
And this is the last question for you. So... maybe the brides, they're not against the extensions, but they're not sure if it's worth the extra cost or the step. So if a bride is unsure, how can she decide if extensions are really worth it for her?
That's why I do ask people, do you think you will ever wear these again? Because maybe you want to have a better brand that you invest a little bit more in than a cheaper one. But as a filler or just to add bulk or length, you can try to get away with something cheaper. Now, if I think brides know, means they absolutely want to have long hair, full hair, if they want it or not. Or there are times I'm like, well, I can make it pretty full. You don't necessarily need them. You know, there are times that you can tell people you do not really need this. And I think those little factors matter, because some people say, I don't want my hair to shrink. I want it to look super long, so I'm getting them. They pretty much know.
No. Okay.
I'm here to guide and answer the questions.
If you have any questions about extensions and you don't know how, when, where, what to do with them, Michelle here from Perfect Hair and Makeup is going to help you and guide you through the whole process.
Yes.
Thanks for watching the video, guys. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And don't miss out that bell notification. What was it? Was it like that?